Hey guys, what's up? Hamza here, and this is the software review of the Desire HD, which is using Android 2.2 and uses HTC Sense as its interface, which I believe is the best interface you can get on an Android. Why is that? Let's check it out. So you first of all have 7 home screens, and as you can see, the widgets looks absolutely brilliant, especially the HTC own ones. And it also has a leaf feature. Simply pinch it out and you can go to any home screen you like, and you can also replace the home screens with the just drag and drop. So instead of rearranging all the widgets, you can simply change the places of your screens. Brilliant. And in order to return to the screen, you simply tap it or you can pinch it out. At the bottom you have their control panel that has the phone and a menu for your personalization. So you got scenes, wallpaper, skin. We'll talk about the skin later. You also get, if you want to use new widgets, apps, shortcuts, folders, sound set, ringtones, notification alarms. That's the alarm tune. So you get all of the personalization options just into this one button, and this here will show you all the apps that you have currently installed in your phone. And of course, like all Android phones, you have the notification bar that will show you all the recent apps that you have used and whether you have a new SMS or mail or missed call. So that's pretty neat. And this clock that you see here, it's actually a widget that houses both a huge clock and the weather information, and you can configure this information and you can put almost any city that you like into this catalog right here. And the word that you see here, current, that means that it is tracking my position, and wherever I go it will show me the current weather of that place, which is quite handy, and I found it to be very useful. And these are some of the cities that I have added to my list. So pretty nice there. And in terms of widget, as you have seen, there are many widgets and they are very useful and quite beautiful, and the interface is quite smooth. And as I mentioned in the hardware review, this utilizes 768 megabyte of RAM, so that's a lot if you think. But think again, this beautiful interface also means that it is consuming a lot of RAM. So if you have the, say, the TouchWiz interface in your Galaxy S, which only has 512 megabyte, and the HTC Sense interface, which has a 768 megabyte, you are getting roughly around the same free amount of RAM in both phones. So you can imagine how much memory this system is consuming. But does it slow down? Well, absolutely not. This is brilliant. The menu, as you can see, has just a grid. It's not like the one that Samsung have copied directly from the iPhone, and they use grid that goes sideways. You press the menu, you also get some of the options here. Let me just show you that more clearly. So you can remove the app if you want by going to the app console. You can view this menu in grid mode, list mode, and you can share the apps if you want, or you can sort out these apps too. So pretty sleek interface right there. Okay, that's it for the main interface. Let's check out the keyboard, where you'll be spending a lot of time when you're texting. So let me just open that up. So here's the keyboard in portrait mode, and I believe this is the best layout you can get in a mobile phone. These keys over here are very clear, and as you can see, they also have the symbols on them right away, so you don't have to switch to symbol mode in order to input even the numbers like you do in the iPhone or on a bad operating system. And that's very useful in my opinion. And you also have this button that can close this keyboard if you want, and that's very handy if you are say entering data into a website or anything, and this keyboard is kind of intruding your space. In terms of typing speed, it also has autocorrect like you would get in an iPhone, which is very brilliant if you type most of the time English. So all in all, I think this is the best keyboard you can get in any mobile phone. Now, despite the screen size, of course you can get the landscape keyboard, which is huge, and you can pretty much if you make a mistake on this keyboard, then you have some problem with your fingers, because this is huge and this is very much accurate and usable. So in terms of texting, I think this has all the boxes checked. Okay, one more thing to mention in the software interface, which is the camera. Okay, it's an 8 megapixel camera, and in terms of quality, I won't say this is the best one. You can easily get better performance from the Samsung Galaxy S or the Galaxy SL. They have better cameras despite having just 5 megapixels. The photos are sharp, but the colors are a bit washed out. But I would say the quality is okay. But when you get to the movie mode, that's where the quality starts to drop rapidly. The quality might say 720p resolution, but the screen jerks and doesn't maintain the frame rate, and in the end you get a video that you don't want to show to anyone. So in terms of camera and especially in terms of video, I think this phone is flawed. It is nowhere good as the Samsung ones or even the iPhone. So in terms of camera, I won't say this is the best one here. Now let's check out the music player. The music player is typical HTC. You get the cover flow, and you can also get album view when you go into landscape mode. And one thing to note here, you can get that mode only when you rotate it on the left side. If you do it like that, it will go into portrait mode. But the interface is pretty sleek and pretty fluent. It won't slow down at any point at all. In terms of audio quality, I think the audio quality is okay. Not the best that you would expect from a device like this. It's okay when you put on the SRS mode, and if you have no effects at all, the sound quality frankly is bad. It's really bad. But if you turn on the SRS enhancement, that makes the sound a bit better, but still not the best in the market. And when you are playing a song, let's just say we play something that does not get me copyright issues. Okay, just lower the voice down so you guys don't hear it or anything. Okay, you can lock the screen, and when you unlock the screen, you have music options right there, which is very handy. You don't have to go to the app in order to change your music. So that's pretty cool. Okay. In terms of video mode, this does support DivX video. That means it can play any format that you like. Well, in theory it should, but in actual it doesn't. I tried to play the MKV files on that, and it just failed to recognize those files at all. And the same went with the XSplit files even, that it says it can support. I have an AVI file with the XSplit codec, and the videos, well, they weren't synced. The sound was going at a different rate and the video was going on a different rate, and that was kind of disappointing for a phone that has a 4.3-inch display, which is superb for watching videos, and you don't get the video capabilities that you like. I even tried converting a video to MP4 format, and I don't know what the problem was, but that video didn't play on that device either. Right now, the only format that works, well, in my opinion and in my experience, is the one that you download from YouTube. Say if you have a YouTube downloader software that converts the videos into the MP4, those videos will play on this phone flawlessly. Even the 720p ones, you download a 720p video, play on it, and it will play without a hitch. Let me just give you an example of the video I have. So you have the gallery, and here is a viewer show of One Republic. It's a 720p resolution video, and as you can see, it's playing without any problem at all. And if I say skip to another part, no problem, no delay whatsoever. So the phone is capable, but there is some kind of problem with the player. I hope HTC fills that out in their next update, which will be the gingerbread update. Okay, let's talk about the battery time. Obviously you have this huge screen and the battery is mere 1230 milliamp. So don't expect miracles from this. In my experience, this phone is good for around 8 to 9 hours of usage in normal use. If you don't use it at all and just use it for calls, maybe you can you can survive around 1.5 days, and that's it. The battery time is stupid on this. If you ask me, there is no comparison in battery time. This is purely a media device, and you need a charger at all times, a car charger in the car and a plug charger in your bag wherever you go. So the only bad points with this phone, first of all, is the battery time, and secondly is slightly lower audio quality. Mind you, the loudspeaker isn't that loud either, but apart from that, the reception is great. The screen is, well, it's not bad. It is, well, you can call it great. The operating system is superb, and the interface is, well, better than superb. This is the best interface you can get, and the keyboard for your typing is superb. If you ask me, I think this phone is best, and if you can get it for a lower price, because these are going for sale on a very low price, almost equivalent to the Samsung Galaxy i9003, which is the Galaxy SL, and that phone has some downsides and some upsides. I shall compare it in my next review with this phone. But if you ask me, for the price that it is going for in the market, it's a pure bargain. The phone is absolutely brilliant, the screen looks cool, and the build quality is over the top. So I hope that helps you. This is Hamza, and thank you so much for watching.